guys, welcome back to another episode of Chef Tunes with your favorite chef, Saul Lopez. Anyways, today is June the 6th, actually. We're moving on forward with this month. We're going big. This is the month of June. We're going to have some good surprises, especially those barbecues. But before we can start with anything, folks, I'm here at Food for Less, one of my favorite grocery stores. And obviously, it's not just my favorite store because it has economical prices, but it's nearby my house, so that cuts down on the commute. But going back to the economical prices, that's why we're here at Food for Less. If you guys look on your weekly ads every week, you'll take a look at the specials. Every grocery store has their own specials of the week, so you might be able to find great steak prices at Stater Brothers. You might be able to find better prices at Northgate, but it's totally up to you. Like I said, I found it myself as an overall savings value. Food for Less is probably the best place to be at. So, anyways. Well, we're gonna start today. We're gonna start in the produce section. I'm gonna take you guys in the meat section. I'm gonna take you in the dairy section. I'm gonna break down a little few items. So I'm gonna just show you guys quick little IDs on them, quick names, quick little easy to use product, FYIs on what I'm doing or what to do with the item. But obviously, please give me back feedback on any of the stuff I'm showing you guys. If you have any questions, comments, concerns like that, I can be able to come back to the store and go a little bit more brief on the item. So obviously we're going to start here at the produce section because they have great things. So we come over here, everything has a price, everything has a pound per each. Remember, be smart, shop for the whole week. If you're just a small family, 2 people, shop for the day. So in this case, if you're going to shop for the family, get the whole pound, get the good price value on it. And sometimes, like I said, the peppers are cheaper this week than the following week. So, obviously that's real something to take in mind. But anyway, we got these chilies, we got these peppers. These peppers are different prices. Obviously, these green bell peppers, you get 2 for 78. One of these red ones is 78 cents. So just for a pretty color, you only get one. So that's what the kind of things you got to look into. So obviously, we keep going. We got tomatillos. These are great to peel. Roast them off in your stove. Get them nice and hot. Put them in the blender. Get a nice little tomatillo salsa. So this is where your tomatillo salsa comes from. Most of your green sauces that you see at the taco place and all that come from these bad boys. Or you can just buy on can. Totally up to you. Once again, bargain shopping. You get 3 for $4. Obviously, the best deal this week is getting them individually. Maybe next week those prices go up and the better deal this week. So that's pretty much the way it works. Keep going down. We got some Anaheim chilies in case you're trying to do some nice little some chili burgers. But I'm talking about real chili. You roast these off, top of your burger. Great things. We got cactus. We got nopales for all you people out there. We got fresh nopales. Totally up to you what you want to do with these. Obviously, you can cook these. You can boil them different ways. So you can make nopalitos, pico de gallo. We got peppers here. We got chayote. Chayote, which is like one of the squash families. Us Latinos, we're used to seeing these on stews and stuff like that. And this is one of the things a lot of people don't know, especially being Latino. That's another great thing. Another great thing I bring up. Totally, where you come from, where you were raised, or your ethnicity has a lot to do with the product you've tried, tasted, and want to try. So obviously, there's a lot of product that I grew up with and never had the experience to try it in my 18 years. But now that's what I'm doing. I'm moving forward, trying new things, trying eggplant, stuff like that. Moving on, folks. So don't be scared to try new items. And like I said, that's why we're here to educate you guys and teach you guys new things and new recipes on how to work with these. So please, if you see any more product out there that I'm talking about, give me back more feedback. So we're almost done on this section. We got carrots, we got habaneros. Obviously, these are great. You can make some salsas. You can make some aguachiles with this. Totally up to you. The carrots, you sell them by the bag, or you can get the whole pack. If you eat a lot of carrots at your house, get the bulk. And that's always a mandatory thing. If you're going to eat, if you can have a big family, get bulk size. Don't just get individuals. Like I said, that's just really for a breakdown of 1, 2, 3 people in your household. So we're going to keep going down. We got the squash family. We got the green zucchinis. We got all that stuff. Great for stir fries. Great to just saute with a little bit of oil. And I'm sure you guys have been seeing my videos on YouTube. We still got those. This is where it all starts right here, baby. I come to the store and I pick them out myself. So we got the squashes. We got all these. We even have our white squash. The whole squash family is everywhere. Especially all you right here. These are the artichokes. I'm actually going to make a quick video on these because everyone loves artichoke dip. Everyone loves just, hard-boiled artichoke with some salt and pepper. But it's one of these things that is very complicated for us in the kitchen to get together. And I'm going to show you guys how you guys can do it at your house safely, and not just that, and with great flavor. So stay tuned. Artichoke is one of my videos coming up. And then you got your fingerling potatoes. You got your potatoes. You got your white potatoes. Just real quick, folks. All these potatoes are totally different. They cook different process. They have different textures. You got your russet for your baked potatoes, usually traditionally as well, used for mashed potatoes. but you could also turn to a Yukon Gold. These Yukon Golds are smoother, silkier, without a doubt a little bit more creamy, but obviously you're gonna pay a little bit more price. And then you got your red potatoes. You could also do a mashed potato with these, or you could roast them off. And I'm sure you guys have seen my videos where I roasted these off. I make steak potatoes out of these, and mashed potatoes coming up soon, so I'll show you guys how to work with these potatoes. Starches are totally different on all three of them, but potato, same thing, but different flavors, textures, and obviously cooking process. So obviously, and then we got our last one, our asparagus, one of the most expensive produce items out there. It's real good and healthy for you, but once again, if you gotta stay economical, you can stay away from these. If you got a little extra spendy and you're gonna make a great dinner, you could always get asparagus and take your dinner to the next level. So obviously, amigos, keep tuning in, because we're gonna come back. We're gonna go through the whole grocery store, show you guys quick little IDs on this product, show you guys how to work with them. Please leave some feedback in regard to any of these items I just went through. If you want some quick recipes, and we'll be able to deliver. Alright, amigos, we're back over here. We're over here. So I ran into some Brussels sprout. That is a real good vegetable, actually, and one of the roots, which is pretty much a sprout, part of the sprout family. But real quick, especially us Latinos, we didn't grow up eating these bad boys. If we zoom in, Carlitos, we show them they look like mini cabbages, right? They're obviously sprouts. So what you want to do with these bad boys, you want to wash these, you want to clean them, you want to run them down. Zoom down, Carlitos. You want to grab a knife and you want to take this root off. You take it off, and then you have these bad boys, and then you hard boil them. So what you want to do, you want to hard boil them, get them nice and soft. Once you get them nice and soft, you saute them over some butter with a little bit of salt and pepper, maybe some shallots, and you add them flavor. And it's that easy, folks. Just quick hard boil. Once they turn soft, you toss them in a pan with a little bit of olive oil or some butter, salt and pepper, and they're ready to go. It's like mini root, like a little mini cabbage, but doesn't have that much of a bitter flavor. They turn a little bit sweet, but great flavor. So look out for these videos. I'm gonna come back and show you guys how to work with these sprouts, baby. Guess what? I run into the Yukon Root. A lot of people, especially I actually have my producer. He's the one filming. He's the one now pointing out a few items that he wants me to go over with. But we found the Yukon Root. Yukon Root is one of these big bad boys, the ugly ones you see here. Pretty much we have a turnip here. A turnip and a Yukon Root is pretty much almost the same type of cooking process. What you want to do, you want to grab your knife and you want to peel these bad boys. You want to take all this off. Actually, believe it or not, your knife will take this ugliness out of this Yukon Root. And all you have to do is you chop it up. You could hard boil it like just like a potato. Get it nice and soft. Add it in a blender. Add a little bit of cream to it. You can make a Yukon Root soup, and great. It was gonna have a great texture. Or you could just cut it into chunks, toss it in a little bit of oils, and then put them in a roasting pan, season it, throw it in the oven, and have some roasted vegetables. Same thing for this. Just peel it, cut it into pieces. Just put some. This one right here, you can't really do it to soups. It doesn't have a lot of flavor, and it has a little bit more bitterness to that. So obviously you want to balance this out with some carrots, add some potatoes. Maybe you could add some broccoli at the end after you're roasting it. But obviously with this one right here, just peel, hard boil, add it in a blender, a little bit of dairy. You got some soup. If not, just roast it off in the pan. You got some nice Yukon roasted vegetables. So obviously I'm gonna be coming out with videos with this. So stay tuned. All right, guys. I ran into Eggplant. I don't know if you guys remember the movie Coneheads. But it doesn't remind me of Eggplant. It reminds me of that movie. But anyways, quick, easy recipe for eggplant. What you want to do is you want to peel this just like potato. Get your peeler, peel it all the way. It's gonna be obviously white. What you want to do with this, there's 3 different things you can do with it. Just chop it up, toss it in some oil, roast it off in the oven. Once again, one of those vegetables, you can just throw it in the pan, roast it off, come out, it's nice. Or really what I like to do, I like to do breaded eggplant. I like to cut these into long strips and do the breading process. Your flour, your egg mix, and your breadcrumbs, and you bread it in there, and then you pan fry it. But obviously you got to remember these squashes, the squash family eggplant has a lot of water inside, so what you want to do, you're going to cut them in slivers, put some salt, and let all the moisture come out, which is all the water. So when you start breading and you fry it, you have a nice crisp eggplant. And obviously, also you could also do with this is you can make a ratatouille vegetables. That's real popular, some roasted sauteed squash, zucchini, some eggplant, some fresh tomatoes, a little basil, tomato sauce, ratatouille vegetables out of this. So great different ways to cook eggplant, but the breaded eggplant is one of those ones you can just make as an entree with some cheese over it, a little marinara, keep it vegetarian style. So eggplant, baby. I guess we're over here in the poultry section. I just ran into chicken thighs. Zoom into that. Chicken thighs, right? Chicken thighs. These chicken thighs right here are 99 cents a pound. They're a great deal this week. A lot of people underrate these. They just skip this section because they want to go for the breast. Yeah, the breast is lean, very, very healthy for you in your mind, but has no flavor. And second of all, once again, we're in the economical crisis. But anyways, these are great. So just kind of rub it with some oil, season them up, get a pan nice and hot with a little bit of oil. You pan sear the front, which is the skin side on. Pan sear, you flip it over. You put them in a nice roasting pan. You heat up some marinara. Pour it over the chicken, get a little bit of water in there, some fresh herbs, cover it with foil, put that in the oven, let that sit in there for about 40 minutes. That red marinara sauce is going to kind of coat the chicken, get it nice and hot, tender it up for you, and you have some nice braised chicken thighs. So obviously tune in, we're going to have some videos on this, baby, and I'm going to show you guys how to cook chicken thighs, but that is the item of the week, baby. Alright guys, real quick, I came across sausages, smoked sausages, cooked sausages. Real quick, one thing I try to tell my friends and family, most of these sausages are already fully cooked, so don't ever think they're raw. What it is, you gotta heat them up so they're nice and hot, just for your mouth. But technically, they're all cooked. If you zoom in right here, wrong one. It says right here, fully cooked and cured, and you'll find that in any label. So just read, make sure they're fully cooked, and then after that, you grill them, you throw them in your oven, you get them nice and hot. Puncture a hole in there, and just make sure it's hot. So remember, they're fully cooked, so don't think you're gonna get sick. So, alright guys, real quick, I ran into some red meat. Obviously, I ran into some bottom round, which is a big chunk of beef. You've probably seen this in the beef section. You wonder why this big ass piece is in the package. These are great for stews. So if you're gonna make like beef stew, if you're gonna make like beef and gravy, beef and mushrooms, or if you're gonna make like stroganoff, this is a great thing. You just dice it up. You sear that a little bit of oil, and you add it like 4-to-1 of liquid, so you just put a lot of beef stock in there, you let it hard boil for a few hours until this meat falls apart, and then you make it into a gravy. So we're gonna coming back with these items and show you guys how to cook them. But once again, the beef bottom round is great for stews, anything that's gonna braise for hours. Nothing good for like a steak. Nothing's good to eat, you know, right off the pan, medium rare. This is tough meat, so I'm gonna show you guys how to work this meat, baby. Alright guys, I'm in my favorite section, the pig section. I'm gonna just a quick pork chops, 8 pork chops for $10. Pretty much $1.20 each. Obviously, what you want to do these pork chops, just rub them with some mustard, salt, pepper, both sides. Get a pan nice and hot. Sear both sides about 3 minutes, one side, 3 minutes on the other side, maybe 4, depending how hot your pan is. And you got a nice little cooked pork chop. Make a nice little rice, pour that over it. You got a set pork chop. So remember, folks, you gotta just follow my recipes. You're gonna find how to cook these pork chops. But once again, it's all about bargain shopping. That's why we're here at Food for Less. I'm showing you guys how to shop, how to identify items that we don't usually get. So pork chops it is, baby. All right, guys, we're in a real special section right now. I found beef tongue, I found tripes, I found pig feet, snot, the whole shebang. Obviously, this section right here is real popular for menudo, so or just tacos de lengua. And once again, folks, you always gotta remember, depending on what grocery store you go to, that's the kind of product you're gonna find. If you go to an Asian store, you're gonna find a lot of Asian product. If you go to somewhere like Northgate, Gonzales, El Super, the whole shebang, you're gonna find a little bit more Latin American ingredients, you know, any kind of, not just Mexican, but Central America, the whole shebang. When you become like Food for Less, they're a little bit more universal. They have a little bit of everything. So remember, if you're looking for something Asian, try to hit the designated stores. Don't go to Stater Brothers looking for ceviche, because you're not gonna find a deal. So remember, depending on the grocery store you're at, that's the best price, and that's where you're gonna find your item. All right, guys, we're in one of the sections that makes me happy at the end of the day of cooking. We're at the disposable section. It's really important you guys remember that. Other than I'm gonna show you guys how to cook smart, how to shop smart, I'm gonna show you guys how to be smart. And obviously buying disposable is probably the best thing that could happen, because you use these as your trays as you're getting ready, getting dinner ready, you're gonna have guests over. A lot of times we use the equipment we have in our house, and by the end of the night we have endless Tupperware in the kitchen sink, and we have all these pots and pans. Buy disposable plates. As you're chopping, you're preparing, you got your lettuce cut, put it in a disposable plate. Get that stacked. It stacks wonderfully in the refrigerator. You can overstack them and you're set. So obviously, remember, folks, it's all about being smart. So buying disposable plates, disposable cups, you get all that stuff rolled in disposable plates. All that, as you're getting ready, is probably the smartest thing. And I guarantee you, at the end of the day, when you're done and you have to clean up and you just have to throw these away, you're gonna remember me. So stay tuned, baby. All right, guys, we're at the frozen section. I grabbed some cut corn and some green peas. Obviously, the reason I did and I grabbed these are great vegetables to go with a meal. All you have to do is melt them, saute a little pan with a little bit of butter, salt, and pepper, and you're set. Or, obviously, a lot of us are used to buying canned products. You buy the canned corn and the canned peas, you drain it, That's totally up to you folks, but remember, all those canned products have preservative, additives, the whole shebang. They add like all this thing in there, fertilizer, I don't know, sterilizer, I don't know, to just make sure it holds the quality. But going into your frozen section is great. They got frozen green beans too. You could just melt them, get them, or you can even cook all this frozen. It's just gonna melt, just melted water, so you're gonna have drip water in your pan. So this is a great section. But there's a few items like corn and peas and stuff that is one of those things that you want to buy frozen, because they actually cut it down when it's fresh. They freeze it up so when it hits your house it's fresh. Trying to get fresh peas and fresh corn right now, it might not be in season, so you might get corn that's offset in flavor. It's not gonna go well with your recipe. So remember, frozen section as well for all these frozen vegetables here. Other than that, those frozen meals that you see out there, obviously tuning into Chef Tune's gonna help you stay away from that section, but you gotta go there, you gotta do what you gotta do. So stay tuned with Chef Tunes, baby. We're going big. Alright guys, I took you on a tour today, Food for Less. I stopped by different places. I just grabbed random stuff and I just identified them. Gave you guys a quick little feedback, but please watch my videos. Let me know what you guys thought about them, what you guys want to continue to learn. Any of those products I just identified, if you want a quick recipe or you think you need a video, please let me know. We're going to try to make these videos, these 411 videos, every other week if possible. Come on here and just grab just random stuff and actually try to make videos out of them. So just let me know if you went to your local grocery store and you found something that you're curious about. Send me a text, Facebook, or go to Chef Tunes 1 on YouTube, or drop me an email at cheftunes@gmail.com, and we'll be able to get back to you, baby. So don't forget, life is good, baby, but it starts at the grocery store.